All right, this is going to be my first YouTube video, so it might not be the highest quality that's available, but I wanted to tell this story just the same. Recently purchased an Incra TSLS positioner for my table saw, and as you can see, I've got it installed, and I was concerned because before purchasing it, I saw the video of the Wood Whisperer where he had discussed his concerns over the ability to return to being square to the blade or to the miter slot. And I thought, I went ahead with the purchase anyways, and I thought I would find a way to test just how well this thing does. So that's what I'm going to show you today, is the performance of this unit in being able to produce a fence that is repeatably parallel to the miter slot. So what I've done is I've set up a dial indicator on a traveling guide that rides in the miter slot, and I'll put this out to the maximum extension of the arm across actually on the other side of the blade to some degree. And once we have a reading on the dial indicator, we'll zero that out. That's pretty close. I'm going to lock this down, and it'll probably change that reading on the dial indicator because it does adjust the squareness. As you can see, it moved it by about 0.02 of an inch. Now that might have been just maintaining the same parallel and positioning it into the lead screw, or it might have actually changed the alignment of the fence slightly by locking it down. But let's slide this assembly down the length of the fence and see what we get for reading. You can see I've got a little bit of wiggle in the guide, so it can vary by 1 or 2 thousandths of an inch just from the play that's in the system. But we'll slide it down along the slide here. As we move down, you can see all the way to the other end. We're within 2 1/1000ths of an inch of the original reading. And as I said, there's that much play. I slide it all the way back and I'm in the same spot. Personally, I am absolutely thrilled with the repeatability and the accuracy of this system. It has exceeded my wildest expectations for making literally perfect cuts to the third decimal point on a gauge. It's just amazing. So for those that are sharing my concerns, nothing to be concerned about. This Incra TSLS is absolutely amazing. You'll love it. I just realized that I can get a more consistent reading if I put some twist in the slider as I push it along, and it's then locking up against both sides of the miter slot. And so that's taking the slop out of the reading. Doesn't slide quite as smoothly, but as you can see, across the entire length, the needle really doesn't move at all. Just thought I'd add that on. The deviations I was seeing before, even though they were just 1/1000th of an inch or so, were largely being induced by the slop in the guide that is riding in the miter slot. And so by adding a little bit of torsion to it as I slide it along, it takes that out.